It has come to my attention that at least half of the world is bad at gift giving or like in general big gestures, and I think it's because you're trying to think of the item first instead of the why, and so I'm going to break down my process as someone who loves buying people gifts. And this applies for Christmas, Mother's Day, birthdays, anything. So the first question that pops in your head is, what do I get this person? Wrong. What you need to think is, what do I know about this person? Even if you barely know someone, you probably know something that you can just bounce off of that would make sense. So for example, my dad is honestly very hard to shop for because he really only has like 2 hobbies and they're both sports. And so every year I go, okay, he likes baseball and he likes golf. And then I just work from there. Most of the time there is something, if they like golf, you can do types of gloves or balls or whatever. I don't know. You have to like research a little bit if you don't know. But for my dad, since he had all the equipment that he possibly could need, and I really hate buying people gifts that I know are just gonna like sit somewhere, they're not gonna use, they're just gonna end up donating it. So I had noticed that his apartment is usually pretty bare, not a lot of decoration, and he likes baseball. So I went, did my research. I found a like map on Etsy of all the baseball stadiums in the United States, and he can fill them in every time that he goes to that stadium. And so that's something that like he would never ask for. It still is specific to him and his interests, but it is something that he can use because it's decoration. One of my more intricate gifts that I've done is for my girlfriend 2 years ago. So she loves anything Glossier, any products, everything. She had stated that she wanted a new makeup bag, and so I could have easily just bought, a normal Glossier bag, but I was like, how can I make this even more, because she was kind of expecting a makeup bag. And so I went on Glossier's Instagram page and I saw that they were having a like winter limited edition all white Glossier bag, but it was only going to be in stores, and where we were living in Austin, Texas, there was no store there. I knew people were going to be reselling it on eBay for more expensive, so instead I used my connections and I had a friend who lives in LA. I gave her the money, I had her go to the pop-up, she bought it for me, mailed it to me through USPS, and I gave my girlfriend the bag, which she had no idea about because, once again, it was like impossible to get in the area that we were in. And it was still a makeup bag that she wanted, but something a little bit more that shows a little bit more intention. Because I still think the surprise factor of gifts is important. Obviously, if you want something specific, tell people what you want, but it is fun when you can like do a little bit of a twist so that they're not expecting everything. Also, an overall tip, I have a running notes in my phone of gift ideas for like the people closest to me that I'm constantly updating throughout the year. So anytime that I'm around them and someone mentions, oh, I've been needing this, or I've been trying to get into this, I try to low-key write that down in my notes, so that way when I am wanting to get them a gift, or the holidays come up, I can look back at that note and remember things that they had mentioned like 6 months ago that they probably forgot about already. So then once again, you have that surprise factor even though they kind of asked for it or at least mentioned it.